Providing instruction in flexible small groups allows the teacher to target literacy instruction to children's observed and assessed needs. In this classroom, the teacher meets with 2 small groups to provide explicit instruction in reading strategies.
So today you're going to watch me working with 2 groups of students to work on some really specific strategies that I've noticed they needed work on. So today you're going to watch me ask them and teach them how to stop at the point of error and go back and reread so that it makes sense to them. Today I'm going to teach you what to do when you're reading something and it doesn't make sense. I have 2 signs here, okay? One is a stop sign.
To stop when you're running and the cars are going.
That's a good connection. That's a good connection. It's the same stop sign that you see in traffic, but this time you're going to use it during reading. When you read something and it doesn't quite make sense, you're going to stop
and go back and read it again. Just like you tell me a lot of times that go back and read it.
That's a great strategy. Do you see this sign?
Yep.
This sign tells you to go back and reread. So when something doesn't make sense, you have to stop, and then you're going to go back and reread it to make sure it does make sense. That's what readers do, okay? Can I teach you how to do that? Reading this? I'm going to show you, and then you're going to have a chance to practice, okay? Now, watch what I read. Cheese shapes and crackers. Materials: slice of cheese, crackers, cookie cutters, cooking board. What? Cooking board? I don't know what a cooking board is.
I do.
That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to go back and read it. I have to stop. It didn't make sense. Cooking board? I've got to go back and reread and make it make sense. Okay, let me go back. Cookie cutters, cutting board. Oh, I know what a cutting board is.
Yeah.
I've used that before in my kitchen. Yeah, you cut stuff on it. Steps. Place a slice of cheese on a cutting board. Use the cookie to cut cheese. What? Stop. Use the cookie to cut cheese. That doesn't make sense. I have to go back. Should I go back and reread it?
Yes.
Let's go back.
Shapes.
Use the cookie cutters to cut cheese into shapes. That makes sense to me. Number 3, place the cheese shapes on crackers. Number 4, serve and enjoy. So today you saw me using these tools. Stopping when it didn't make sense and
Go
going
back.
back to reread. I actually have some for you to use. Today you're going to get a book and you're going to get to use these tools. When it doesn't make sense, I want you to stop and go back and reread. Pulling this small group allows me to really be explicit about my teaching and the strategy that I want students to learn, and also affords them the opportunity to practice that skill with me being right there and having the ability to respond to them immediately. No, stop right there. You said ill sing in your show. Does that make sense?
In yours.
Stop. You said ill sing in your show. That doesn't make sense to me. Can you go back and reread?
I'll sing in your show.
Does that make sense to you? Great job. It's an opportunity to really be responsive to what their needs are as a reader and pull them aside to be very explicit and intentional about the strategies they need to learn to move on as readers. Does somebody want to share a moment where they use the strategy of stop and going back to reread when it didn't make sense?
When I was in this page, I didn't know where this was.
You were here.
Yeah, no, I was here.
I think you did it in both places.
Yeah.
Do you remember you said ill sing in your show?
No, I'll sing in your show.
That's what you did when you went back to reread, didn't
And
you?
then I went to read here, but I didn't know where was it. So then I think about it. So then I said it's sing.
Did you stop?
Yeah.
Did you go back to reread?
Yeah.
So, first graders, whenever you come to a word you don't know or something doesn't make sense, a good strategy to do is to stop and go back and reread. Do you think you can do that next time you're reading a book?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
The other group you're going to watch me teach today is a group that's had some difficulty with vowels. And so they're not using other sounds that letters make. And today I'm going to model that for them. And during the small group instruction, I'll be able to also monitor them while they're practicing the skill and reinforce them or prompt them.
So friends, today I'm going to teach you a strategy you can use when you come to a word that you don't know. You know, some letters have more than one sound, like A. A can make the A sound like an apple, but it can also say its name, A, like an ape. Right? So sometimes when you're reading something and you don't know the word, you might want to try another sound. We're going to read some words and try different sounds. You want to do it with me? Watch when I read. Weather report. That didn't sound right. So I'm going to change that E to the short E. Weather report. Sun today with no chance of rain. Oh, I did the short vowel sound, and you tried another sound. You said the I sometimes helps the A to do what? Oh, interesting. So today, when you're reading in your book and you come to a word that you don't know, you're going to try to use another sound.
Having a small group of 4 to 6 students in my classroom is a really powerful opportunity for me to address students' needs in very close proximity and also be responsive to errors or reinforce strategies that I notice kids are using. And when you're close in a small group, you're able to really tune in to the students and their reading so that you can really respond in the moment.
So, Brianna, what did you read when you came to this part? Oh, and did that make sense? No. So what did you go back and try? You went back to reread, and what sound did you try in that word? Oh. So what vowels you changed the E to a long E? And did that make sense? Great. Can you try to read that again?
I hear a ball in the pump.
Excellent. So next time you come to a word you don't know, you want to try another sound that the letter makes, okay? Good work. So friends, today that you learned that when you come to a word you don't know, you might try another sound that a letter makes. So when you go back to read, you can try this strategy.
Reading is foundational to everything. And I think that helping kids to read, being very mindful of the strategies that they need, and meeting them at their level is really what my job is and what I come to work to do every single day.
Learn more at literacyessentials.org.